Because you gotta love it. It's great here.
I love the city. It's always a bit of an adjustment because in New York, no matter what, if someone's being nice to you or if they're being mean to you, they're yelling at you.
Which Tom is a senior Scientologist. He's single-handedly saving the planet. That is the truth. I'm not trying to be funny. That is what we're told. That is what we're told. So if you say anything about him or do something like what Katie did, which was take her daughter and save her daughter's life, she's considered an enemy.
You know what? Living in a big city is amazing. I really love it here. But it's funny in New York, people are always loud. Whether they're being nice or mean, they're yelling. Now here's something wild. Tom Cruise is a big member of Scientology. Some people say he's like a superhero trying to save the world. That's what they believe. So when Katie took their daughter and left, some people weren't happy with her. Katie Holmes is 45 years old now. And guess what? She's finally talking about Tom Cruise and Scientology. People have been waiting years to hear her story. Tom and Katie's love story was super fast. They went on their first date, got engaged, had a baby, and got married all in just 18 months. That's crazy fast. Everything happened like lightning. But just like a fire that burns too fast, it didn't last long. For 12 whole years, Katie stayed quiet about what really happened. But now she's ready to share the truth. So how did they even meet? And why did they break up? Let's find out. Tom Cruise was already a huge movie star when they met. Everyone knew his name. He was in famous movies like Top Gun and Mission Impossible. He was one of the biggest stars in Hollywood. Katie Holmes was younger and still building her career. She was famous for being on a TV show called Dawson's Creek. She wasn't as big a star as Tom yet, but she was working hard. Here's something interesting. Katie actually told a magazine in 2004 that she used to dream about marrying Tom Cruise. And then it actually happened. In March 2005, Katie had just broken up with her boyfriend. Then just 1 month later, she showed up with Tom Cruise in Rome. Everyone was shocked. People said, "Wait, what? How did this happen so fast?" Some people thought it was fake just for publicity. Both of them had big movies coming out. But then Tom went on Oprah's TV show and did something nobody expected. He jumped on her couch and shouted about how much he loved Katie. The whole world watched that moment. After that, they were everywhere together. They kissed for cameras. They posed for pictures. It was like a movie, but in real life. Tom proposed to Katie at the top of the Eiffel Tower in Paris, super romantic. They got engaged after only 2 months of dating. 3 months later, they announced Katie was going to have a baby. Their daughter Suri was born in April 2006. From the outside, everything looked perfect. But there was one big thing hiding in the background: Scientology. After having Suri, Katie married Tom in a huge wedding at a castle in Italy. There were fireworks, famous guests like Jennifer Lopez and Will Smith, and Katie wore a beautiful dress. It looked like a fairy tale. But things weren't as perfect as they seemed. Some reports say that Scientology leaders helped Tom find Katie. They even gave Katie a special helper named Jessica who went everywhere with her. Jessica was from a Scientology family. Katie said she wasn't pressured to join Scientology, but soon after meeting Tom, she became a member. She said she was taking classes and felt excited about it. As time went on, small problems started showing up. Tom bought a special medical machine to look at their baby before she was born, which doctors said was unusual and not safe. By 2012, when Katie was turning 33 years old, people noticed something weird. Tom's other wives had also left him around age 33. Was it just a coincidence? Katie was secretly planning to leave. She hired lawyers in different states. She used a special phone that couldn't be tracked. She kept everything super secret. When Katie finally filed for divorce, it was fast. The whole divorce was done in just 11 days. That almost never happens with famous people. The divorce papers said Tom had to pay $400,000 every year for Surrey, plus pay for her school, doctors, and activities. Katie got what she needed, and they both stayed quiet about it publicly. After the divorce, there was a rule that Katie couldn't talk about Tom or date anyone publicly for 5 years. So when she started dating actor Jamie Foxx, they kept it super secret. She even wore disguises. Since the divorce, Tom and Katie barely talk. Tom reportedly hasn't been around much for Surrey's life, even missing her high school graduation. Katie moved to New York with Surrey and raised her mostly by herself. She's been a great mom and stayed close to her daughter through everything. Now Surrey is 18 and looking at colleges. Katie has been there every step of the way, helping her plan for the future. So what really happened? Did Scientology break up their marriage, or was it always going to end? That's the question everyone's still asking. What do you think happened? Tell us in the comments, and hit that like button if you found this story interesting.